let's actually start with Logan.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Maya, so you want to go ahead and pin us? All right, Logan. So, why don't you take this time and tell us about your film and a little bit about like you as a filmmaker?
You got it. So my film is Can the Team Win Once? It's basically I wrote it, directed it, and starred in it. I did it over the summer with my friends, and it's very tied into. So my entire life, I've done swim team. I started when I was like 3 years old on my neighborhood swim team. Did that. Eventually became a coach. This last summer, I was the head coach of my swim team, and in high school, I did varsity swimming as well. So I've always been a part of swimming. It's a huge part of my life, and so I wanted to do a film about that because I looked. There really aren't that many films about like swim team sorts of thing, which feels weird. It feels very like sports movie. You get the drama. It feels like a missed opportunity. So I was like, hey, I'll go capitalize on that. I've done swimming my whole life, and so I got a bunch of my friends, almost all of which in the movie, almost every person either was on that team with me or was a coach with me. So everybody, all of us have been around that pool our whole lives. That's actually our neighborhood pool. It's the one we grew up in, the one we learned to swim in. So it was very nice, getting to bring this artistic touch to this place that has meant so much for all of us. And so this is my second film ever. My first one I had made at the beginning of that same summer. That was a 1 minute film. It was a drama. And so with this, I wanted to go bigger, bolder. So this was nearly 10 minutes. It's a comedy. The previous film was just a solo piece, just me. This one, it's got ensemble cast, bigger scale, bigger everything. So it was definitely more of a challenge, but it was very fun to do.
Awesome. So tell me about the writing process. Was it easy because like you felt so at home, in a pool with your friends, or does that make it more challenging?
It's interesting. There were things that were really easy about it. Like I didn't have to worry about setting at all. I know that pool like the back of my hand. I could tell you every part of it, show it to you all blindfolded. So that helps a lot more than you get a lot of times when you're writing because I was so intimately familiar with everything, as well as I was the head coach there. There was no we have like a shed and there's the boiler room, all of that stuff. I had the keys to, so there was no place that was restricted. I had free reign for filming. Same with my friends. I've known them my whole life. These are my childhood best friends. I know how to write, better to play their strengths sort of thing. But at the same time, it creates an interesting challenge where I want to do it justice, right? This isn't just some set that I'm at, something like that. This is my pool. These are my friends. I want to do it bigger. So that kind of internal pressure became the harder thing rather than trying to figure out how all the pieces should work.
Okay, so I'm going to take it that you're going to continue making films.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. So we're going to give you a chance later on at the end of the stream to tell everybody what projects you're working on and how they can find you. So we're going to
Awesome.
send you to not to the backstage, but we're going to bring another filmmaker up, but we'll come back to you.
Awesome.
And
Thanks for having me up.
Logan, you are last, but definitely not least.
Started it
I'll
off
let
and I get to finish it out now.
you take us out. Yeah.
Yeah, so my next project, I'm very excited for it. In the theme of October and Halloween, it's going to be a horror short film. And so I'm getting together a bunch of my friends. It's my third film overall. Very excited because I don't actually have to act in this one. So I get to do full, just like behind the camera, all that stuff. So it takes a large burden off of myself. So I'm very excited for that. I'm not going to talk about the conceit too much because there's a little bit of a twist to it. But essentially, it is one of the largest parts is based around this old abandoned mental hospital that's 15-minute drive from campus. And so it's one of those things where I went there last year with my friends just to explore it. And it's one of those things where since I was there, I was just kicking around an idea in my head. I was like, I can't. It's a perfect setting. Like it's everything a filmmaker wants. It's pre-built. Don't have to do any production. It's all there for you. What is the story I'm going to put into this place? And I finally over the summer figured that out. So I'm just finishing up the last draft right now. I've got all the actors and crew ready, so we're going to be filming imminently, and I'm very excited for that one. So yeah, look forward to that. It's called You and Me and You Again, so that should be later October, I want to say. So
Okay.
that
I
was
love your title, so
thank
thank
you,
you.
thank you.
All
And yeah,
right.
to find me, just my name on all social media, really. Just Logan Busbee on Instagram, Twitter, everything. That's the easiest way to get to me.
Okay, thank you so much.